Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And this is a very intriguing matchup. One team that earned the right to host this game and enjoyed tremendous crowd support against another team that slipped into the playoff, trying to establish a tradition now of upsets in the first round of the CFP. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. The kickoff team is out there, great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Wake Forest Demon Deacons offense will get the first swing today. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today, there's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
And the gain just good enough for a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Runs right over the defender. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Receiver makes the grab, and he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And the Demon Deacons pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. He hands it off from the gun. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Second down after the incompletion. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete in the back corner of the end zone.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
The pass is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Past the 50. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Dawgs. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Moves the ball up to the 30.
Boy, trawls and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Lets it go quickly. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time. The Demon Deacons will line up to kick it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Try and muscle for the first down. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Here's a great example of back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Receiver in motion now. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. 3rd down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. Movement here from the tight end. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Defense is coming after him. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal. Dawgs line it up with 1st and goal. Makes a quick grab. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. Hey, route.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Big Forest sends the offense back out on the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And looking to throw now on 1st down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up 2nd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around.
Got him for a sack, a big play. Made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. It'll end up being a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
After giving up the safety, they have to kick it away here now. On the return, it's White.
Return is brought down at the 39, and your Georgia Bulldogs will take over.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Finds his man. Has the first down. The first down pick-up tackle at the 45.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking to make a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Shotgun formation here on third down. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Get set.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes a quick catch. It's a spin move to extend the play, pick up a few extra yards.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Using his legs, it's Johnson. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And the The long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On the toss play, runner moving left. Will he score here? Touchdown, Georgia. This offense really clicking.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. The Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. Quarterback cannot hesitate, because if he does, it could be pick six going the other way.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Another great play by this receiver, and I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're...
Cannot escape, and down he goes. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play. And the Demon Deacons will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? And the wideout goes in motion. Handoff to the single back. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They tried a desperation pass there as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half.
Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they get the second half started with the running play. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down. And the Bulldogs will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Trying for a fourth down completion. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Ball handed off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Caught near the sticks. It's White. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal.
With this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Dawgs! And the route is on. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep.
The return is brought down at the 16. And the Wake Forest offense will take over.
Wake Forest sends the offense back out on the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. It's a highlight reel diving catch there.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping it.
Intercepted, picked off with the defense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long. And now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to throw it deep. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And this one is getting ugly. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quick catch over the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
On the run, it's Brown. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Solid tackle, able to get him down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
crucial third down play coming up. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. On third down, it's a handoff. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Receiver makes the catch. Finding space at the 20. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice.
Intercepted in the end zone. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Touchdown, Georgia. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner tried to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive. And the back now goes in motion. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And here's the handoff. Finds room at the 30. And they're finally able to bring him down. A big gain to wrap up the third quarter. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. These playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle. A shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. So let's get back to the action. 1 quarter away. What would be an impressive CFP statement. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The pass. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Second down now after the sack. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Defense stops him short of the markers, and now it's fourth down. The Demon Deacons will bring their punt team onto the field. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll hand it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Runs into the teeth of that defense. Picks up just a couple yards. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for him. Contact as he threw it. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Boy, a questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Dogs are looking to keep this drive going. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Toppins.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on 1st down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a 2nd and manageable here for this offense.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. It's 3rd down for the offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Tuggle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Bulldogs looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, no surprise there. They gave it to him one more time. The defense is able to come up with a stop. Listen, this guy's already got 3 touchdowns on the game, and he looks hungry for number 4. Give it to him again.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Working to set up a screen pass here. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss. Great looking drive. 11th play coming up. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Dawgs. And the beatdown continues. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Big Forest sends the offense back out on the field now. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Brown. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down. Now it's 2nd down here. And the quarterback dropping back. Down he goes. A sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
And here comes the field goal unit onto the field.
Number 17.
And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the returner is brought down. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The defense still has 3 timeouts remaining. We're hoping they decide not to use them. 1st down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain. Dawgs come to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll take a sack on the final play. A weird ending, but a very sweet victory. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.